Don't miss our breakdown of the 2018 Warhammer Battleforces.
Spiking bits.
Alright, welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. Today we are breaking down all of the cool value in the new 2018 Battleforces and giving you some ideas on our personal take on if the Battleforce is worth it, or perhaps what you could do with two of them, or the start collecting box. And please feel free to leave some comments below with your thoughts on army construction, if it's a good buy versus a bad buy, versus pairing it with the start collecting box, etc., etc. Just so everybody out there can get a little bit more out of their holiday dollar or their hobby dollars this holiday here with all these new good deals. And of course, we know there's already a couple of good starters out there, like Wake the Dead and Tooth and Claw, or Tooth and Nail, or whatever. Tooth and Claw, I always get it mixed up with a magic card. Gosh, the worst. So there's tons of values to be had out there, and actually there's a battle group coming out for Adeptus Titanicus that is also a good value. Because you basically get the box of Warhounds for free in it too. So lots of good deals all the way around. So let's jump right into it. I'm only going to show you two examples of the Battleforces themselves. The rest of the information we have broken down over on the website, of course, and I'll put the link to that in the video below too, so you can check it out at your leisure. But that being said, don't let this cheapen it. There's 10 Battleforces, 4 Age of Sigmar, 6 Warhammer 40k, perhaps emphasizing how G-Dub feels about 40k sales-wise versus Age of Sigmar. I don't know, just an interesting observation right there. So that you can expect each box, when you flip it over, is going to give you the full breakdown on the models that come in it, both the units, a little bit close-ups here like this, and of course everything that's coming in it with the model count on the side here, just so you get an idea. Now, in years past, there would be an additional like formation or detachment or battalion scroll that came in it if you're talking Age of Sigmar, and there's nothing like that this go around. Now, what I do like about this is, of course, the savings. These are all $170 US, and you get roughly, you know, anywhere from $250 on up to $300 worth of box sets in here. You know, full retail value. Of course, they're not going to come individually boxed or anything like that, but you get a ton of value in here. And as you can see, it's no fuss, no muss. Wham bam, thank you, hobby ma'am. Super easy, just all the sprues laid out that you're gonna get in here. And we've showed you most of the stuff here on the channel already, so we're not gonna break down each one. I don't want to waste an hour recording, an hour of my time, an hour of your time. Time is precious. We should all be painting anyhow, right? So you're gonna get all the bases. Here's the Space Marine Primaris Captain, all of the different accessories and the flight stems. By the way, if you like or dislike the Inceptor flight stands here, Magna Baron has a new system that has this little resin acrylic, or I guess it's just resin cast, almost like a rock formation or a stump formation, and you can take this acrylic rod, and instead of using magnets, you only put one magnet on the top to attach to your Inceptor model, and it actually slots into the base to that little stone formation. I thought it was ingenious. It was the coolest thing I've seen in a very long time. He's literally a magnet wizard, so make sure you check out magnabaron.com, because that dude knows what's up, and he is making the hobby easier, one model at a time, with the stuff he comes out with. All the instruction manuals are included in each one as well, so you're going to have all the individual stuff. Oh, the big base there, and everything's in here. So it's pretty much easy. It's just bam, split it up, start on whatever project you want, and kind of go to town as far as the Warhammer 40k side of things goes. The Sigmar side of things, as you might expect, well, it's pretty much the same kind of format for the Battleforces. They're going to show you kind of a more in-depth picture of the units and maybe some paint guides, and then every model that comes in it is going to be listed over here. Once you open it up as well, something like this. Once you open it up as well, it is pretty much the same as the Space Marine one. Just a bunch of sprues in here, all loose. And once you get down to the bottom here, you're gonna have, oh, it does come with a War Scroll Battalion. Well, that's cool. Did not know those came in there. All right, well, anyway, so I guess you're gonna get a little bit of a bonus in these ones for Age of Sigmar. So we got the Namorti Thralls, all of the full color instruction booklets, all the bases, everything like that, and that is about it. It's gonna come in each one. So let's take a closer look at all of the values that come inside and which one's the winner and which one's just a little bit of savings. Now diving into the values inside each of these boxes, we'll put the link to this article over on the site underneath in the video so you can check it out for yourself. Of course, the Adeptus Titanicus Battle Group is direct order only, available on Games Workshops, or you can get a special order at your friendly local game store. It is confirmed at 170, which means that the Warhounds themselves are basically free. So not a bad deal if you're looking to pick up Titanicus. This particular box, coupled with a rules set for $60, will cost you about $230, which is about $60 less than the $290 Grandmaster Edition. So if you're looking to save a little bit of cheddar and perhaps you don't need the knights or you don't need the buildings, well, this might be the way to go for you to get into the game. It isn't easily dividable between two people like the other box is, but to divide it between two folks, you would need to buy the Grandmaster set plus the rule set, an additional rule set, and that would clock in at $350. So either way, it's cheaper, maybe a little bit easier for folks to jump into right there. Now, getting into the new Battleforces themselves, there's a Seraphon one, and you can see the values right here. Going to total up to $320 for a total savings of $150 based on the $170 retail price of all of these. Not a bad deal. 2 sets of Pterodons. You're going to get, of course, the little altar of the, well, you can make it the altar of the gods if you really want to, or Bastillodon. Bastillodons are good, don't get me wrong. Carnosaur, Skinks, you got the old one, and a little Skink Priest. Really all you need to add to this that a lot of folks are running is probably a Slan for the most part. You could get 2 of these and it would make a very good box set to kind of start out, or a very good basis of an army to really start out with and get the basics under your belt. But for the most part, Skinks or Lizardmen or Seraphon are known for their magic casting and their ability to summon units to the tabletop there. Slaves to Darkness, we have a couple of extra articles on the site, how to build up a 2,000 point army using this box. Me personally, I don't know too much about the Slaves of Darkness, but the value here isn't too bad. It's probably one of the lower savings cost ones. It comes clocking in at $252 with a total savings of $82. But if you're into chaos and you want to go kind of the generic route, this might be a good place to start, and then start pairing in some of the other Grand Alliance chaos things if you want. Daughters of the Cain, I could definitely see folks wanting 2 of these right here. So overall, you're going to get a set of the Witch Elves, the Blood Sisters, 2 of the Canaries, 1 Cauldron of Blood, which also comes with the Slaughter Queen right there in the front. A lot of folks are running Sister or Witch Elf heavy army, so 2 of these boxes and the little Snake Chicks over here. Really, the only thing you need is maybe another one of these and perhaps Morathi herself. And at 170 times 2 plus Morathi, I think she's 110 or 130. Not a bad start to an Age of Sigmar army, and pick up the book and you're good to go. Idoneth Deepkin, Deep Surge Raiding Party. This one is another probably maybe must-have if you're looking to start the Deepkin army. 2 of these will pretty much get you every unit that you need that's worth it, except for an Eidolon and perhaps an Angry Turtle. What you only really need 1 of each in a lot of builds out there, so I don't see the downside to, again, spending 170 times 2 plus 110. Maybe an Angry Turtle as well, so you're probably right around 600 to get into it, which isn't too bad, plus a book, give or take. Not bad for picking up an army that normally would cost you at least $250 more. Not too bad of a deal. So it's going to come with some of your eels, which you may want an additional box of eels depending on how you play. They hit hard. They are dirty units. Namorti Reavers, solid, very solid unit for a battle line troops. You got the arrow guys here, and then the Tiecaster in the front. So not a bad little box. That concludes all of the Sigmar ones, and then we jump into 40k. So you've got 2 of the Primaris ones, and I guess I should have picked out and showed you the new upgrade fist, but people are loving this one because it comes with 3 upgrade sprues for the Imperial Fist, including the only way currently to get that left-handed Power Fist bit. which seems pretty solid. They do have the fist iconography on it, so you're going to need to scrape that off. But as far as box sets and values go, if you're looking to pick up Primaris, there is no better way to pick these guys up than these two boxes right here. I could see where people might want one of each. Solid value, save 115 on this one, save 75 on this one. So if you pick both of them up together, not a bad deal whatsoever. It's just the fact that you'll be out $340. But other than that, solid value. It's almost like you have to spend money to save money in this hobby sometimes, especially at Christmas. The third Battleforce for the AdMech, they skipped last year, but this is the third incarnation of Battleforces for these guys. You're going to save a cool $80 on this one. It comes with a solid lineup of stuff that you're going to need. We do know you're going to want the Dune Striders. They are pretty good, or the Dragoons rather, whichever one you want to call them. They're solid. They're definitely a solid choice. A lot of folks field them in large numbers, so you're probably going to want to pick up one of those. You may only need one of these boxes, to be quite honest, and then just throw the rest of your hobby cash in Dune Striders. But all of these 40k recommendations, of course, come with the standard caveat that we haven't seen a chapter approved book yet, so values might go down, points values might go down, points values might go up. There might be better stratagems coming out in Vigilus. So this is just spitballing currently, as we know kind of the meta and kind of what's good and what's bad in 40k right now. I could see the Death Guard one selling pretty well as well, because it's going to come with a solid smattering of the new units, pretty much only leaving you to pick up maybe a couple of these crawlers in addition to this, maybe perhaps two other of the little drones here, but you can get those easy to build kits out of the Dark Imperium boxes if you really want them. I could also see where perhaps you would want the Blight Haulers, the little drone beast kind of things that are on 4 wheels. I could see where you'd want some of those, but everything else in here is pretty solid. This probably isn't going to get bought in large numbers, because just the fact that you can get kind of the extra stuff and just kind of pair it with this seems to be, this is a great starting point for Death Guard, but not something you want to purchase in additional numbers. $80 US savings, not too bad at all. Craft Worlds, we've seen a lot of Eldar, and there's been 2 iterations of start collecting boxes, so I could see where folks might be wanting to jump into Eldar, but the Guardians are good. People are filling them on foot. Wave Serpents also, the jet bikes. But I'm not sure the Dire Avengers have a place in competitive play. We know the Wraiths are going down in points already. First chapter approved, that's the big rumor. So I could see where this would be a good starting point, but probably not something you're going to want to purchase multiples of. 107 savings right there, not too shabby. Necrons are kind of one of those those armies in 40k that have suffered under the rule of 3. They did a lot better. I'm not going to say they were competitive by any means when they could field more than 3 of each squad outside of the troops, but it's definitely hamstrung them throughout 8th edition. This is, again, a great place to start, but maybe not something you want to purchase in large numbers unless you're trying to kind of fill up the table. But remember, you can only field 3 of each of these. Actually, Immortals are troops, aren't they? Interesting. Maybe this is a good buy for multiples. Well, whatever. I said what I said. No going back now. Either way, it's on the precipice of being good in multiple purchases or not being good in multiple purchases. But $84 savings right there. That allows you the points to pick up a Battleforce if you want, or excuse me, start collecting. But I really don't think to start collecting is the way to go. I would think that perhaps you would want maybe some of the more elite kits out of here. It's really hard to say. Necrons are in a really weird place right now, I feel like. So that concludes all 6 of the Battleforces right there, doing a quick blow through. And then, of course, the 4 Age of Sigmar as well. So not too shabby of deals as far all the way around, and then including, of course, the new Titanicus battle group as well. So I hope you enjoyed our what I hope to be thorough breakdown and recommendations for the new Battleforces that are coming out, and where perhaps to spend your we'll say holiday hobby dollars this holiday season, and try to get more for less when it comes to this hobby here. So that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all these videos.
Spiking bits.